One thing that I understand that I was going through when I was working in restaurants is a process called desensitization. You see so much crazy shit on a daily basis that basically it does not affect you anymore.
7 News Detroit obtained the security camera footage showing the moment the customer takes the jar full of money.
Desensitization is when you face a thing over and over again and nothing bad happens. The amygdala gradually reduces the alarm signal. In the crazy day life of everybody that works in a fast-paced environment like a restaurant or a bar, we deal with things as they go, and we do not have time to dwell on anything bad that happened that day. You just gotta brush it off and keep going. That's basically one of the main rules. Which brings us to America's favorite pedophile and the release of the Epstein files. If you're ready for this, you're not. One look at the files and you gotta put on your tinfoil hat. It is like the heaviest, worst nightmare someone can ever write on and put it out there.
Files. And now they're like, oh, this is demonic. This is clearly demonic. Why would your name be redacted if you're not a victim? Like, this is what's crazy about all this. Like, how come you redact some people and you don't redact other people? Like, what is this? This is not good.
Demonic might be the right word for the horror movie that is coming to America, because going to an island to slice off limbs and eat anacondas of babies is demonic. But remember, desensitization is what happens in the brain when it sees too much crazy shit and the amygdala won't process anymore because it's getting used to it. Which begs the question, what would be happening in our brains and what would be happening in our amygdalas if we are being exposed to dark and crazy facts on a daily basis? The people that we trust should not be trusted, and the insecurity is in the air. What I mean is, like, are we even ready for the next stage of this season of America? Because we gotta understand the worst is yet to come. No civilian mind can grasp the concept of what's being narrated in the files. Yet the civilian mind cannot look away when they're being presented with darkness. Remember, the amygdala at first is like, what the fuck? This is crazy, this is impossible. But the more you see it, the more you process. And your brain just goes like, alright, chill out. It's like, yeah, this is insane, but I can handle it. So your fear spikes get smaller. You just learn how to ride the chaos instead of flipping out, which basically is the main problem in this whole thing, because now, from now on, you're not gonna flip out at the most heinous shit when you see it. The brain has a level of shock, thinks something's impossible. Then a week later, you scroll, you hear it on the twist, and your brain is like, man, I can handle it.
Yeah, man. He's like, I was at the freak off one time and I went in the back room and Puff was in there with Carl Winslow, with Dad from Family Matters. He was smashing and I was like, Puff, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, it feels good to make another man do your bidding.
Now, this is the moment where your brain notices that we've been conditioned to accept this thing for a long little time. For example, why is a comedian on national TV talking about a freak-off party where a man was taking back shots into another man for money, for the humiliation process of it?
When Diddy fucked Carl Winslow, we was at the party. Diddy came back and he was telling me, he was like, it's nothing more enjoyable than having a man do something for some money.
Carl Winslow from Family.
So as the Epstein file keeps going on, are we ready for the next stage? Are you ready to see P. Diddy released in a few months and maybe Ghislaine Maxwell pardoned by Trump? This, my friends, is what we call the Einspteinfication of the amygdala. That's when your brain gets used to the unimaginable. Abuse, pedophilia, drinking blood, and suddenly it all starts to feel normal. You stop flinching, you stop gasping, you just handle it. And that's exactly what they want.